Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers. Not much head on that, actually. It's a Cooper's English Bitter. And the reason for that, why there's not much head on it, is because I took the gas line off of that keg, put it on my other keg to carbonate it, and I've been drawing from this keg the last couple days. And I guess I keep forgetting to... You can draw in your kegs without a gas line hooked up to it, but you will start to deplete the carbonation of the beer every time you draw from it. So you need to gas it back up again every couple of glasses of beer to make sure that your beer doesn't start losing its carbonation. And I didn't do that, and that's what happened to this. So it's no problem. I'll just hook it back up, and in a day or two it'll be back to normal. Or I can shake it again, but I don't. It's fine. It tastes fine. So, how you guys doing? I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry it's late. I know this kind of thing happens. And you know, in the future, if my Homebrew Wednesday video is going to be late, then it'll just be late, okay? But if it's not going to occur at all, like if I'm not going to do a Homebrew Wednesday video one week, then I'll make a little video explaining to you that I won't be doing it. Rather than make a little teaser, you know, a little clip every time my Homebrew Wednesday video is late, why don't we just assume that, you know, if it's not here by Wednesday night, then it'll just be late. It'll be Thursday morning or something like that, okay? It's not likely that I'm going to skip a week, so don't worry if you don't see it by Wednesday night. It just means it's just a little late. That's what happens. All of us, not everybody can keep their Homebrew Wednesday videos every single Wednesday. I do my best, but sometimes it can't happen, okay? So, you know, don't think I'm not going to post one week just because you don't see it on Sunday night. I'll do it. Don't worry. Or Wednesday night. I'll do it. Don't worry. Okay, enough of that. Enough. Let's get to the subject at hand, which is beer. Before we get to that, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you some of the vinyl that I got, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video, okay? Because it's not really beer related, so we'll put it at the end. So stick around if you want to see some vinyl that I got, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So I finally bottled my sjporr Challenge beer. That was last Tuesday, I believe. So it's been in the bottles just, well, maybe a week. Maybe it was Wednesday. I don't remember, but it's been in the bottles about a week. And man, what an ordeal that was. I haven't bottled in so long that I was completely out of my element. I was like, did I forget to do something, you know? And not only hadn't I bottled in so long, I've never batch primed a beer before. I didn't used to do that. As I said before, when I was getting ready to try batch priming, got my kegs. And once you get kegs, you never turn back. You know, you don't bottle. You just don't. And if you do need to take some beer somewhere, you bottle it from the keg. And I've seen lots of information. Since I brought that up a couple weeks ago, people have, you know, sent me a lot of information about how they do it. And it seems like it's pretty simple. I mean, some people just take the bottle and they just pour beer into it from the keg. Just turn down the pressure a little bit. Other people have big, you know, beer guns, and other people have little tubes like I do, and it's not really a big deal. But I chose not to do it that way because I've never done it before. I've bottled before, so I know that works. So I chose to bottle it the traditional way, and I was very careful, and I batch primed, and it was I can't believe I used to do that every couple of weeks. Oh boy. For all you guys who still bottle, more power to you. That's all I can say. Because it took me about 3 hours. And it's because when I used to bottle, I had like a whole routine. And I had everything all set up the way, you know, for bottling. But this time I didn't have that. I had to find places to put things. And I was all flustered. And I wanted to make sure everything was sanitized. And then I had to sanitize again because something went on, and I had to leave for a little bit. Oh. So the worst is over. Now it's the fun part. The bottles are carbonating up nicely. I used plastic PET bottles, and when you use those, it's easy to tell if your beer is carbonating and how much it's carbonated because the bottles get hard. Now, why am I in the kitchen, you might ask? Well, my friends, I have the answer for you. I just finished shooting a easy home brewing video, and no, I'm lying to you. That was yesterday I shot that video, but everything was still up. The camera was still up here, and I thought, oh, I'll just shoot up here. I got a pumpkin beer, the ingredients for a pumpkin beer from a guy called Brew 30, okay? And I finally got around to brewing that, and it's happily fermenting away down there, as you saw at the beginning of this video. The one with the S-shaped airlock, that was it. And it's brewing away very nicely. So that video will be coming up shortly. Like, it's already shot, and I just have to edit it and put it on YouTube. So hopefully before Friday, I'll have that up there. I'll do my best. Okay, had a little internet interruption this week, so things have been pushed, you know. I had a little bit. I have an all-grain batch of beer that I'm going to be doing. I don't know if I'm going to shoot a homebrew video. I might shoot some footage and that, but speaking of footage, why don't we just quickly take a look, just a little teaser here, at some of the footage from my pumpkin beer brew day. Hey guys, let's brew a honey pumpkin beer. All right, so I've got about 12 liters of water here in the pot. Gonna turn this on and bring this to a boil. And of course, with all brewing sessions, a home brew. It's optional, but recommended. And always add your dry malt extract first, because it has the hardest time dissolving. Now you could use, whoopsie, just like that, got my hand. You could use pumpkin puree that already has spices in it. And our first hop addition is 1 ounce of Warrior, going in as soon as we reach the boil. The thing about a hot break is just turn down the heat. Okay, this has got about 40 minutes before I have to do anything else, which is add the next hop addition. And we're going to give this 10 minutes more on the stove. Okay, just a little teaser. So that proves to you that I've got the videos. I just have to do the editing. The next thing I want to talk to you about is somebody, I was reading something and somebody was saying that they kegged their beer, and this is actually it reminds me of something that Steve James Barr actually talked about during one of his casts or something, or somewhere on Skype. I can't remember where it was, but we were doing a Skype call, and he mentioned that he took the gas off of his keg, and he was pouring his beers out of the keg without the gas hooked up. Now, I mentioned this earlier. You can do that. But I want Steve and the other guy that was messaging me, it was a personal message, so I don't want to say who it was. You don't save any CO2 by doing that. I just want to say that. I just want you to know that if you carbonate your beer and you get it all carbonated and you've got 5-6 pounds of pressure or whatever it is in your keg, and then you take off the gas, you can still pour beer out of that keg. So you could take that keg to somebody's house and let them sample your beer. After 3 or 4 glasses, your pressure's gonna go down, okay? But you're not saving any CO2 by doing that, because as soon as you hook the CO2 back up to the keg, it's gonna repressurize it again, okay? So all the CO2 that you saved by not having it hooked up is now gonna be used to repressurize the keg. So you're not saving any CO2 by unhooking it. So just, for all you guys who keg, just leave it hooked up and whenever you can. And don't keep pouring beers out of your keg without the gas hooked up, because the beer does start to go flat after a while as you reduce the atmospheric pressure inside your keg. Okay, so that's just a little tip. It just came to me. I didn't really have much else to talk about this week. So let's move on to the next topic. I'm all disoriented here. Oh, geez, I'm not used to doing this on a Wednesday night. Okay, recently I got a delivery from a viewer whose name is Dripstick on here, and I think yeah, Dripstick. His first name is Andy, and he lives in town, and he sent me a message on Facebook, and he said, "Check your front porch." I'm like, "Oh, what do we got here?" So now I understand, because he lives in the neighborhood. Just by watching some of my outside videos that I shot, he's obviously able to figure out, you know, where I lived. So I'm not freaked out or anything like that. He surprised me and he dropped off a package, and I'm going to show you a quick sort of cut version of me opening and seeing what's inside. In your household, okay? You ever heard the phrase, "Where are the scissors"? You ever heard that in your house? I haven't. Okay. Next thing I'm noticing is, I don't want to put it on there. Electrical tape. Nice. I still don't know what it is, even though I've got it out and it's in bubble wrap. There's a cord. It plugs in. Oh no! I think I can see this. No way. This is unbelievable. Take that styrofoam off there. Are you kidding me? It looks like it's a light. Oh my God. Craig's home bar. Come early, stay late. Drink all you bring. Bring all you can drink. No way. Should we plug it in? How do you? I guess you hang it. There's a chain. Well, I guess I'm going to have to get the hammer drill out and drill a hole in my cement down here. You believe it? Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh my God. That is really neat. I'm sorry, I'm surprised. I never thought, I mean, when I got the package, I thought maybe it was vinyl or something because it was flat. I did not expect anything like that. Well, cheers. Thank you very much. Wow. Well, cheers, Andy. Thank you very much. That's a very special thing. I really appreciate that. That's going to go on the wall somewhere down here in the dungeon. That's cool. So I just have to get around to hanging that up. I've got a hammer drill and everything for the concrete downstairs, so I will get that hung up as quickly as I can. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet, but we'll see. Thanks, Andy. Awesome. So that's about all I have to talk about, really. I guess we could go down into the dungeon, but there's really... I was going to go down there, but there's really nothing to show, other than I'm going to do the vinyl segment at the end of this video. But you already saw the fermenters and what's going on with that, and I have more stuff to brew. I have a, I think it's a, they sent me, oh, shoot, what was it I've got? I've got a couple more things down there that were sent to me that, that I'm going to be brewing as soon as I free up some fermenters and get some space down there. So more than likely I'll shoot some video. My internet is all working. Oh, somebody also asked me, how fast is my internet, or is it better now? It's no different than it was. I just had to get a new modem for the new, like, you know, whatever. But I am going to be changing service providers in a month. I'm getting fiber, and because they're giving me a better deal, and I'm going to have unlimited internet bandwidth per month. So I don't have to worry about, like, using up all my bandwidth, especially on Fridays when I do my broadcasts. That takes up about 10 gigs every week. So 40 gigabytes a month just for my broadcast. Never mind what people are watching on YouTube and my wife, you know, Netflix and, you know, gaming and downloading stuff and whatever. So I don't want to have to sit and worry about if we're going to use up all of our bandwidth. So I pay the extra for unlimited, and that's what we're going to be getting. We have it now, but things are going to change, and they're going to start implementing data caps, which I think is bogus. I was going to say a different B word, but I won't. That's just bogus. Whatever happened to the good old days of unlimited internet access? Like, what's the deal? What, is there something wrong now that we can't have that? No, of course. They just want to rip you off and make you pay more, and you know how it works. I'm not going to, don't get me started. Maybe I'll do a rant on my Friday night broadcast. Oh, speaking of that, yes, I will be broadcasting this Friday night. God willing. Even if I'm a little late to the broadcast, I will be there. But I don't anticipate being late for any particular reason. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for all the lovely comments you made on the Craig Talk video I did about taking a break. I was going to take a longer break, but it looks like I'm not the only one who's missing the broadcast. So cheers, guys, and thank you very much for your support. Speaking of support, tgtshirts.com. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, I'm going to go. Cheers, and stay tuned at the end of this, and we'll do some little vinyl poking around. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you Friday on my broadcast. New stuff coming up on that broadcast. Cheers. We're going to have some fun this week. Hope to see you there. Cheers out. Hey guys, welcome to the vinyl portion of this Homebrew Wednesday. Do you remember a few weeks ago when I had to get my CO2 tank replaced? And a friend of mine, whose name is Rob, drove me down, and we shot some footage of that. Well, he has a house, he owns a house, and he rents out the upstairs. And a fellow by the name of Dave lives upstairs. Dave is an audio enthusiast, and he's bought lots of vinyl over the last few decades. And Dave is also a radio DJ, and currently does a radio show. In fact, I may even go down there with my camera one time and do some filming, and maybe even be on his show. We'll put that on here as well sometime if we get down there, which I've been asked to go down if I want and join them. So that'd be great. Anyway, he had all that vinyl that we saw in that video, and I'll put a link to the video down in the thing down below, the thing, what do you call that, the details or whatever the hell that's called, and to that video where we saw all that vinyl that fill up a whole room practically. Well, recently he decided that he wanted to just get rid of it. He wanted the space back, and he wanted to get rid of the vinyl. So, so I got a phone call from my friend Rob, and I went down there, and as you're going to see right now, we shot, I shot the back of the truck. Now this doesn't look like a lot, but believe me, when you see that one pile at the very front there, all the piles are that big. That's how much vinyl. We estimated probably around 1,500 records. We didn't count them, but that's what we pretty much estimated. And right there, that little pile right there, the vertical ones and the ones beside them, those are the ones I took. I went through all of the records, every single one of them, and I took out what I wanted. The records are in great condition, so let's take a look. I have not been able to go through all of them yet, but I will show you what I've got and the ones I've gone through so far that I know I'll be keeping. So let's take a look. Okay, so this is disclaimer. This is not beer related. So those of you who aren't interested in vinyl, you can stop watching now. Okay. Just to let you know, most of the vinyl you're about to see is in this condition. This is a Duran Duran record. And as you can see, it is absolutely mint. Okay, but you can't tell most of that because all of them have those plastic sleeves on them. But that's what most of them look like. Okay, and the ones that have a little bit of cover wear, they still sound brand new. Now I haven't gone through these yet. There's a pile here. Don't mind the rug down here. It's an old rug. There's a pile there. There's a pile here. There's some back here. There's some ELO records I have to go through, but that one looks like it's brand new. Okay, so these are the ones I haven't gone through yet, so I don't know like what's, there's a bunch of Hollies, and I don't know, some of these might not be in very good shape, I'm not sure. A bunch of Holly records, so we'll check those out. Okay, but I have to get to these later on. So let's go to the ones that I've already played through and checked, and they're in mint condition. Even if the covers aren't, the records are. Let's go take a look. Just going to quickly flip through these. That one doesn't have a cover on it, but most of them do have these plastic covers. The guy who owned these records
took extremely good care of them. He's a DJ. He actually does a radio show, a real one, a real radio station here in town. And look at these records, these Beatles records, they all play like they're brand new. And even like this one here. This is like their first, isn't that their first album? And of course the cover's a little bit worn in that, but the record, it plays like it just came out of the shrink wrap. I swear to you. So does that. I mean, these all do. So I'm very pleased. And that's VG's Odessa, in case you can't read that. Okay. I already have this one, but there's nothing wrong with having a couple. Same as that one. Roy Orbison, that one's Roy, in case you can't read it because my hand's in the way. Haha, yeah, see that? Look. Julian Lennon and some U2 in excess. More U2. These are all in the same condition as that other one I showed you. I already have that one, but you know, and that's all I've got sorted out right now. And that's, you know, that's all I can show you. The rest of them, well, when I'm done making this video, I'm going to sit down with a beer and go through some of the other ones and have some fun. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. This is the vinyl section of my Homebrew Wednesday. If this is popular, if you guys like this, I can do it more often, but it will be an extra add-on on top of the Homebrew Wednesday, so it won't cut into the homebrew part of it. Cheers, guys. See ya.